Been noticing a lot of talk about gun control and gun statistics and this and that. Well, I made a video to show you exactly the statistics taken from 2011 of murders that happen in the US. Now, if you notice here, it's going to be by state, types of weapons used, and I added some. I took their information and calculated some percentages and other things to show you guys exactly what's going on here. So you notice it has all your states here, all your murders. I highlighted these separate, so if you guys are scrolling through and pause it, you guys know what you guys have a basis, so you know what you're looking at. And I also highlighted California and Illinois in orange, which I'll get to, and also this 83%, which I'll get to in a minute as well. Now, I'm going to go slow so you guys can pause it at any time and look at your own state, and if you're interested in that. So you can take a look at all the states, what their gun percentage is. That's what this is on the right. This is your percentage of guns used in murders. So out of all this, that's the percentage that was used by your state. So we'll keep going here. Give you a minute to look at it. Now, if you notice, I highlighted Illinois in red or orange, and that's because limited supplemental homicide data was received. For whatever reason, the FBI did not specify, but that's not all the murders that happen in Illinois. So there could be more. And I also put the average gun murders of the US here on the right, which is 61%. So 61% of gun murders on average happen in the US in 2011. So the FBI, this is their definition of murder, which is non-negligent manslaughter as the willful killing of one human being by another. So that's their definition of murder. Now, here's my information that I added in. And I took from the FBI chart you just saw above. Okay, here's some facts that I pulled out of the internet from credible sources. 1 in 3 Americans own a firearm. That's a source from the Gallup poll, which you can see at the bottom if you want to check out that website. There's all my sources and where I got this stuff from. Now, if you don't know what the Gallup poll is, it's a very credible source. We use it in statistics all the time. And they use it for political campaigns, and it's a really good poll to go off of. Okay, 311,591,917 is the estimated U.S. population as of today, according to census. California has 1,790 murders, and 1,220 are with firearms. Now, if you guys don't know, California is the closest state we have to an assault weapons ban as of today. You have to modify AR-15s and modern sporting rifles, such like them, and you can only have 10-round magazines. Now, if you didn't know, gun manufacturers have been manufacturing specifically for California 10-round magazines for however long this bill has been in place by senators such as Dianne Feinstein. Now, if you notice, Illinois has an 83% murder by firearms. Notice, concealed carry has been illegal in this state as of 2011. In the entire year of 2011, it was illegal to conceal carry. So, you might find that interesting. Now here you have all the firearms. This is the murders by firearms, which is 67%. That's now what I showed you on the top was the mean. That was the average. at 61%. Okay, but the total percentage of firearms is 67%. So rifles, 323 rifles were used in a murder in 2011. That accumulates to 2.6% of all people were murdered by rifles, including these so-called assault weapons, which actually are modern sporting rifles. Now, assault weapon, I believe, is a term used by the media to make it sound, scarier than it actually is. It's actually a modern sporting rifle. An assault weapon has to meet certain criteria, such as fully auto or select fire, in order to be an assault weapon. 356 shotguns were used in 2011, accumulating to 2.8% of all murders in 2011. 2.8%. Unknown firearm types. Now, these are firearms that they couldn't specify what type they were for whatever reason. They couldn't get the ballistics or, retrieve the bullet or whatever, for whatever reason. But 1,684 of those were used, accumulating to 13.3%. Now, handguns were at 6,220 handguns were used in murders in 2011, accumulating to 49.1%. So about half of the firearms that were used in murders in 2011 were handguns. Now, knives and other weapons were 4,081 cases of murder were used by knives and other weapons, and that's 32.2%. So that total murders were at 12,664. That's all the murders in every state that were recorded. That's what it was. 12,664 murders. Okay, now the percentage of murders in California with firearms was 68.2%. Now, California, like I noted earlier, has the closest thing to assault weapons ban we've seen thus far. Now, if you exclude California from the entire total murders, you get 7,363. That's how many firearms deaths there would be if California was excluded from that, and that accumulates to 58.14%. Okay, now the number of adults with firearms is 1,103,863,972 people in the U.S. who own a firearm. That's 1 in 3. That's how I got that. I divided the total amount, which is up here, of the population, and I divided it by 3, and that's how many people estimated are in possession of firearms in the U.S. Okay, now the percent of firearms committed in crimes in 2011 accumulates to 0.0083%. That is less than 1% of firearms in the U.S. kill people. Now, take that information how you want it, but that's straight off the FBI website. There's all my sources down here. They're credible sources. You can go look them up. Go check them out. I urge you to. And take it how you want it. Less than 1% of firearms in the U.S. kill people, and we're trying to pass an assault weapons ban and all this stuff. That means the other 99.02% are responsible gun owners who protect themselves, who use them for sporting purposes, who hunt with them, who, enjoy their firearms. So I say this ban is really ridiculous, and the media just lies to you and kind of persuades people into thinking what they want you to think. So take it how you want it, guys. There, it's all laid out on the table. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't advocate don't be a gun control supporter. The statistics are there. Take it how you want it. That's just my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it.